Okay, guys, we are back in the city. All right, had to take a little break. So we left off with about like 40. Whoops, why does this thing pop up all of a sudden? I guess you can automatically obtain your event items without you clicking on it now. I don't know how I feel about that. But just the items just go straight to my inventory, which can be annoying at times. But anyway, back on topic. So we're back in the city now, and we got the insectivore plant powder I collected. But I also want to talk to you guys about these two things right next to it: the insectivore plant leaf as well as the insectivore plant flower. Now, you can get them as a side drop when you gather from the plants or kill the plants, because there are plant monsters that drop them as well. Um, Here you'll see the leaves under insectivore plants. The roots and the stalk, and the roots, the stalk, and the sap is not going to be useful for you. Just the plant powder, the flower, and the leaf. Okay, so you do want as much insectivore plant powder as possible. But if you cannot get these and they're sold out, it's good to check for the next two best options, which are insectivore plant flower and insectivore plant leaf. Now, if you open your production activity UI, you can change this raw material into the powder by grinding it. So, especially if you have a good processing skill, it might be more cost effective than buying the plant powder directly from the marketplace. But I'm gonna grind these up too to add to the total, and I'm gonna jump cut to the next phase. But just to give you guys a heads up, both the plant leaf and the flower head, or whatever you want to call it, are changed into powders via grinding. And this is another way to help you keep up with your cannonball workshop. This is going to be the main active ingredient in your cannonballs. That will be the most difficult to get in large quantity. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. I'll see you guys in the next part. Alright, guys, we are back, and I finished grinding the plants into powders. So we have a total of 80 insectivore plant powders. And the recipe for making the gunpowders, which is the main ingredient for your cannonball shop, is going to be insectivore plant powder plus powder of darkness. I'll say it again, the powder of darkness is something you should have stockpiled if you're following the academy. But if not, you want to get the powder of darkness from right here, Coastal Cave, and the iron ore node should have powder of darkness in it. And there are other iron ore nodes that also give powder of darkness as a byproduct. But you can also consider buying it from the auction house because it's fairly common. So this iron ore node just at Northern Hydel Quarry also gives you powder of darkness. So to each their own. Either way, you need to stockpile on powder of darkness as well as insectivore plant powder to keep your cannonball shop running on a fairly regular basis. Moving forward, let's go to the alchemy portion. Now, this is why I do recommend people to get their alchemy skill up as high as possible, because procs can really change procs can really change the amount you make in profit by a huge margin. And you want to get as many procs as possible, because this recipe is really easy and it's beautiful in the fact that it only takes one of each. So, hold on, let me buff my things though, because I don't want to be cooking this forever. Okay, so all you gotta do is put one of each in. I'm not sure if it requires a certain skill level. I believe it doesn't, but I don't think you should waste your insectivores on crafting this with low skill level. So here you got herbal gunpowder. Okay, so you can get a 1 through 4 proc on herbal gunpowder, and herbal gunpowder is worth 16k a pop. Okay, so now if you do the math, each insectivore plant powder is worth just about $10,000, and each powder of darkness is worth about $2,000. So you get $12,000 in materials that allows you to proc 1 through I think it's 1 through 4. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not getting lucky. Yeah, maybe I'm just getting bad luck. Because 4 is 1 through 4, but if it's not 1 through 4, or maybe they changed it. Oh, here's 3. Okay, maybe I was having bad luck. And let's see if I can get a 4 proc to make sure. I'm a master level alchemist, so if I can't get a 4 proc, I'm gonna be pretty butthurt. Yeah, maybe it's just bad RNG today, guys. Because I do see a 3 proc, and it took me forever just to get that 3 proc. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's 1 through 4. but correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, you get a 1 through 4 proc with gunpowder. Either way, just even if you got nothing but single procs, which is like every time you do a batch, you get only 1 gunpowder from it. You'll still be making a nice, decent sized profit margin. So please keep that in mind, that this is a huge profit margin. You want to get your alchemy skill as high as possible if you want to be running an alchemy shop. But I say a professional 5 and up is a good start. And these powders can be sold directly into the marketplace for a profit margin if you don't feel like using your extra contribution points to open up a workshop. But me, I use my gunpowders for the actual workshop. My current workshop is actually closed. I closed a lot of things. I've been too busy with real life, hence why I haven't been uploading that frequently anymore. But yes, sometimes you gotta focus on making sure you have food to eat the next day more than making YouTube videos. So right now I'm going to keep focusing on real life problems, but I really do want to upload more videos if I had the time and life allows it. So let's get back to the topic anyway. So anyway, once you crafted enough of these bad boys, you want to open up a siege weapon workshop. I'm going to use Heidel as an example. Siege. God, my mouse sucks. Okay. Siege weapon. I believe there is one in Heidel. There's also one. I use my siege weapon workshop in Altanova because my Heidel already has enough stuff crowding up the warehouse. Okay. All you need is a level 1. You don't need anything higher than that. And right here you see these 2 recipes: flaming cannonballs and normal cannonballs. Flaming cannonballs for some reason worth a little bit less, and cannonballs are worth a little bit more. So I do recommend the cannonball recipe for now. And if the market changes, then change with it. So the recipe for cannonballs is 8 herbal gunpowders, 10 melted iron shards, 5 powder of flames, and 10 black stone powders. So I showed you guys where to get the most rare ingredient, which is a herbal gunpowder. I showed you the rotation of where to gather it, and you can change channels so you can gather quite frequently. Melted iron shards should be self-explanatory, but just to completely new players watching this video, you get melted iron shards by heating iron ore in the activity and the processing UI. Now, powder of flame is something you can get passively or actively. Actively, you can just go to the marketplace and buy it. Passively, you can go to copper ore nodes, and your workers will passively give you the byproduct of the ore, which is powder of flame. Now, black stone powders you can get by opening a refinery, but that's highly inefficient. So you can get it by grinding crystals or buying the black stone powders directly from the market. That should pretty much cover everything you need. And honestly, everything besides the herbal gunpowder should be easy to get in large quantities. Now, when you make cannonballs, it comes out in groups of 3. And the beautiful thing about having a cannonball shop is that it only takes up 1 slot. Besides the recipes needed to make the cannonball, the actual product only takes up 1 slot. Unlike other workshops where each individual craft takes up a new slot. For example, costumes or Gruno workshops each take up an inventory slot. A warehouse slot. So this is also a really good thing to think about when deciding which workshops to work on. Yeah, so I think that should cover up everything you guys need to know. I'm going to just go over the market real quick and see. So you need powder of flames, which is fairly common in the marketplace. So if you just want to give yourself a quick stockpile so you don't worry about your cannon shop for a while, you have 100,000 powder of flames in the shop right now. Black stone powder is still bottlenecked down. I don't think this market is ever going to recover. I thought it would after a little while, but it seems like this is going to be the new norm for black stone powders being undersold. The prices rose significantly too. It used to be like 1,600 like a month and a half ago. Now it's almost pushing $3,000, which is pretty scary. So what I do recommend to you guys watching this video, my fellow academy goers, is that you get your processing skill up high as possible and just start grinding out these green these green crystals, bros, because it's going to be pretty hard with the black stone powder market being this bad. Even with higher crystals, the prices are going up. So you need as high processing as possible for it to be profitable for you to why is the light flashing on and off? I have no idea what's going on. For it to be profitable for you to be grinding these crystals instead of buying it. So that's one little bit of sad news, that the black stone powder market seems to have crashed and doesn't seem to be showing any signs of recovery. But I hope this video helped you out, and I hope this video gave you enough knowledge to open your own Cannonball workshop. Once again, Cannonball Workshops is still a market hold even after my video, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect it not to be. I mean, it's only 35 flaming cannonballs, and there's once again 0 regular ones, which are worth more money. And like I said, you make groups with 3, and that'll net you. Well, if you're a value pack user, it'll net you about 120k per stack of 3. And if you're not a value pack user, it'll net you about 100k, I believe. I didn't do the exact math, but you guys can do that. Another thing I want to mention about workshop video, and I probably mentioned in every single workshop video I make, is that you want to have workers with the skill Thrifty working at your workshops as much as possible. I'm not sure if workers can have more than one Thrifty skill. Maybe I just never got lucky with the RNG. But if you can, try and get a worker with multiple levels with Thrifty in their skill tree. Or when they reach level 30 and they're a professional or artisan, you can just keep re-rolling until you get that skill on the same worker multiple times. So Thrifty is a... Hold on, let me see if I can find a Thrifty worker real quick. Let's see. Alright, well, this is a bad level Thrifty, but at rank C, Thrifty gives you a 5% chance of returning 10% of one material during crafting. Now, from what I tested, even if, let's say I'm using 8 herbal powder, whatever it's called. Herbal gunpowder. Let's say I'm using 8 herbal gunpowder, right? And that 5% chance of this Thrifty procs, I could take about 1. Well, it's really 0.8, but I can actually take 1 herbal powder out of the recipe and still make the product. You do want a higher level of Thrifty than C. C is like the lowest rank. If you can get like B, that'll be better, so it procs more often. And the thing about siege weapons and cannonballs specifically is that you make them fairly fast, which is like every 10 minutes. So this is not something you could spam around the clock. So you should tell yourself, I want to make about $2 million in cannonballs today or per day. So you only set the amount to like 20 processes a day or something like that, because it's going to be insanely hard to keep up with. You really have to. The stockpile phase is fairly easy, especially if you do it right after this video before it gets more contested. Go down to the hex mark area, take a couple characters full of energy, and just stockpile till you have at least 400 to 500 herbal gunpowders, and then you should be good to go for a little while. I think that's all I wanted to mention for this video. Much love, guys, to the new subscribers. Thank you guys all for sharing my videos and liking it and the support. I really appreciate it. I'm probably going to do another video too. I really want to start producing more content. As long as real life allows it. I haven't been able to grind that much lately, but I do want to get into the PvP scene. Revelation Online is now out. I do want to cover that at some point, as well as other video games, so my channel isn't limited to Black Desert and I can actually grow past like 10,000. So please stay tuned for other content from other MMOs as they get released and as my life settles down. I hope you guys stay tuned and stick with me. Alright, much love, guys. Hope you guys all have a good day. Have a good weekend. See you in the next video. Peace.